here?
Yes, sir.
No, not you, Larel.
Oh. What's good with you, though, bro?
Hey, we are live.
Let me go on.
The following music is performed by the Musical Messiah, a.k.a. the most dangerous Bible believer. Please be advised by how hard it hits.
In my paradigm, shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truest, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to the back up on the beat, back up on the sweet, pack up all who speak bad on O&E. You don't wanna have to do it, if you do it, you gon' have to prove it, you gon' lose it. Nigga, living life in my paradigm, shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truest, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to the back up on the beat, back up on the sweet, pack up all who speak bad on O&E. You might know that Neo love, but Neo love or when he above. Switching lanes in the turning lane. Old school, no roof above. Carpool, no room for her. Bitch, you cartoons, we gets it up. We check the sources, you listen to voices. You are not living like us. You say you creeping in houses and all of the monsters is living in fearing of us. Pussy, we are not monsters and we are not pouncing and we are not giving a fuck. We up the score on you niggas. We done outgrowed out you niggas. Nigga, yeah. With DM the G, Craig and the Craig and nobody. They saying you the Nad, but he be trash. Bring me the bag. Why the fuck would you brag with? No, you ain't living that bad. You are not rad. I take your choices and put them inside of a bag. Smoke them like hash. Then dump out the ash and now the pussy on the crash. You don't wanna have to do it. If you do it, you gon' have to prove it. You gon' lose it. Nigga, living life in my paradigm. Shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truest, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to the back up on the beat, back up on the sweet, pack up all who speak bad on O&E. You don't wanna have to do it. If you do it, you gon' have to prove it. You gon' lose it. Nigga, living life in my paradigm. Shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truest, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to the back up on the beat, back up on the sweet, pack up all who speak bad on O&E.
Oh, yeah. That paradigm shift state of mind. Hey, we have the one that we've been talking about for weeks now. They had the epic face-off. We have our great brother, Larel Bird, a new Kakarot, God is Light, the Light Messiah versus Joshua, then Lucifer, the devil. So we got a good one today, man. So I hope everybody in the building, man, push that like button. Nobody. So what's up, man? What you see right now? What you see, man? Before we kick it off, man.
Hey, man. You know, I'm just in the building, try to help pop everything up with your Russia Craig, man. I think this one is definitely gonna be a good one tonight, man. Especially when it comes to the topic that they're talking about, bro. And I just can't wait to get it started, man. Which everybody know over here we're gonna have the 2 10-minute rounds, of course, and everybody can't wait for them to get to the chin check session. I'm not for sure if they're gonna have
the 3-minute opening and the 3-minute closing. Also, remember that. Yeah, so the 3 minute open, the 3 minute closing, you know, the 10 minute first to second round, and the chill check session, and the 3 minute closing. So that we got, and the topic is the integration. The integration. What's the topic, man? The integration.
The integration turned the Black American nation into a welfare state.
Yeah. Black American nation into a welfare state. I couldn't see it on the screen. I supposed to wrote it down, but man. That we got today, and Big Lucifer, the devil. Go ahead, man. Give an intro, just a little intro.
Let Larel introduce himself first. Go ahead, Larel. Larel, you got it, man. Introduce yourself.
Larel. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait on Larel. The Thunder of Flow, by the way. Tyrese is out. He popped this shit like I'm about to pop this nigga.
So we gonna skip the intro, man.
No, we ain't skipping the intro because I got an intro. I just want him to go first.
Yeah, no, you gotta go first.
Everybody, Larel, are you in the building? Everybody in the building? Lucifer, you in the building?
I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here. I'm waiting on him to follow protocol and introduce himself.
All right, did y'all already have an agreement to who going first? Okay, so Larel already go first.
Hey,
all right, come on, Larel.
This is the intro.
It's just 3 minutes, bro. This just your intro, bro. Let the people know what you're gonna be talking about. You know how it goes.
Yeah, go ahead, Joshua.
We're gonna have to skip the intro because I already know what's up.
All Larel gotta do is do his intro, man. I'm watching the game anyway, so they hurt me. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, so I guess we're skipping the intro. We can jump right into it.
All right, well, who going first? Okay.
All right, he can skip his.
Who going first in round one?
Introduce myself. We'll skip his. To me,
all right, who going first in round one then? Since y'all not doing no intro.
His introduction, you heard him. He skipped himself, so he's not introducing himself.
I didn't skip shit. You skipped yourself.
Well, introduce yourself then,
nigga.
Come
on, man. Y'all, come on, man. Everybody stay in line, bro. We ain't got to get shot. Who agreed to go first?
Go, Larel.
Everything got set up.
Greg just asked Joshua to go first.
And I told him.
But in the debate, hold on. Let me before I have to meet people.
Watch the,
okay, do we do the opening since New Kakarot is the opening, and New Kakarot going first because he is the affirmative and Joshua the negative. So, but the intro, Joshua, come on.
That's on you, Joshua.
He can go ahead. I defer to him. Go ahead and do the introduction first.
Yeah, I prefer you to go first.
I mean, it ain't even no argument if we just don't go by the rules. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to skip the intros, come on, y'all. Let's get it started, man. I got other stuff to do after this.
If he say yes, he'll skip his intro. I'll go ahead and do mine. Go ahead and skip your intro. Matter of fact, hey, hold on.
Since first on the rounds, it's on you to go first in the opener, so that way he don't go back to back.
No, he's not going back to back, but he don't gotta go. Just say you're not going. Matter of fact, you ain't
come on, man. Come on, y'all, bro. Everybody that can try this, bro. First person.
Let him skip his introduction. Skip your shit.
The affirmative going first in the round, and if that person going first in the round, by default, the other person go first on the intro, bro. It's on you, Joshua. You got 3 minutes, bro.
Go ahead and do your introduction, Larel. If you ain't gonna do it in 5 seconds, if you don't do his introduction in 5 seconds,
they both do a rap.
Exactly. So if he don't do his shit in 5 seconds, he forfeit his introduction.
Y'all being sloppy right now, man.
Hey, my nigga, 214 shit, nigga, 972 shit, nigga. Peek in,
bro. Y'all being wild right now, man.
Sweet Georgia.
Hey. Let me go. Well, this is a hellified way to start off a show. But we skipping the intro for both people.
No,
we skipping it. We skipping it. Hey, we finna go.
My turn. All right, let's go. We skipping Larel. Larel, don't say shit when I'm done, bro, because you skipped your shit. Like I said, nigga, to me, this ain't a debate. It's a hockey match because I'm going to slide with that stick That's how I make my gold. I already smoked your master Reuben. And just like him, you gonna die by this pole. You diss the church? Stop the capping, nigga. You're from St. Louis. That shit was named after a Catholic, nigga. This next bar gonna warrant a death threat. Brand new 40. This bitch put him in line like checkmate. You don't run your own house, nigga. You gonna have to accept that. If your name ain't on the lease, keep your mouth closed. Larel, my son, I'm claiming head of the household. We got Yashu versus Larel. Your life will be abrupt and short. Necrophiliac, you fucking corpse. I'm far greater than you are, hater. Red beam on the weapon. Dark Vader. This was too dangerous for you to risk. Glock giving out tips. This bitch gratuitous. Unload and give A1 and give you the rest. Because we all know you pussy inside. Uterus. Naga already clapped your leader. Now I gotta kill one of his believers. Grab the Glock, point it at your top, Vegeta. Point it at your top, Vegeta, that's unique. Because I'll point it at your top, that's a widow's peak. At your funeral, watching your widow weep. Believe me, this ain't what you want. Put something hot in your biscuit. Croissant. Put one in your dome. But I'm known for the pistol whip. Indiana Jones, and if you watch that clip, you will know that Indiana Jones keep a pistol in the whip. And I'm just like that nigga, sliding with the pistol in the whip. And for this bitch nigga pen, I got the AR stand out for you. Brand new scope, I got to pan out for you. This shit ain't gonna pan out for you. I'ma debate you in due time, catch you and do crime. They convict me, I'ma do time because I keep the ratchet on me. Mossberg, red caps everywhere, MAGA country. Every time I beat, I think to myself, what would God do? He flooded the whole earth. That mean wet everything when I slide through. I let a clip bust. You ain't gonna do shit. But bitch up, and I've been telling you niggas, it ain't a debate. It's a stick up, Lucifer, bitch.
Yeah. It's your boy, Anu Kakarot. That was cute.
Okay.
Your introduction.
Yo, so this nigga think he Lucifer, right? Makes sense then how Lucifer white. Greek name Phosphorus. He real to you niggas, but he false for us. The devil a lie and the truth ain't in him. Wield the sword of Michael Quinston, snake venom, fuck Catholic gang. Spit dark mode plasma in the ether, create acid rain over holy masses to his ashen flames. Nigga, you disrespectful nigga, go to your bitch job, drag your dame. Abandonment issue, your daddy rejected you, your ass is lame. Have the clip consecrated in Messiah's blood. Think he Lord of the Flies into that snub, blow out his Beelzebub all over his welcome mat. This nigga inverted makes sense in here. How he cosplaying Baphomet, barrel spinning like a laundry mat. I spit ill hypochondriac, come live on the life edge where the boundary at. This scoundrel cat ducking round from cat. Shots fired, he ducking round from cat. Naga at the bar, high noon, send him out or we coming in. Beat the shaitan out of Joshua until he let go of the jinn. Scholarship trash, throw that shit in the bin. This Naga and put a bar reloaded, make your paradigm shift in the den. This how you kill a devil with the light within. It's Metatron in the flesh. The strap look like a Decepticon or a mech. Catch Leviathan in the net, we serving fish sticks, nigga. On with the spirit of destiny and a crucifix, nigga. Blood over wine. Business is lucrative, nigga. This set against Haruka Hootie, nigga. Thought this was child play, but this a doozy, nigga. Bitch nigga sassy. A floozy, nigga. The grand champion against a loser, nigga. Fuck Yap gang. Pistol whip this nigga till it leave the impression of the strap way. Nigga spit sodium gas and folk Satan's ass and black fang. He trying to gas y'all up, give y'all bread of stone. Naga got the keys of light, he ready to go. Nigga, I'm in a back chat like Thanos with infinity stones. Every time Anu come on, this nigga fold up like memory foam. Got the energy to obliterate homes. I'm catching bodies like a funeral home, make it hard to breathe like the albuterol gone. Bars, nigga.
All right. Talk to you about Paradise Shift TV 314. Quick rap battle intro. Yeah, quick rap battle intro. Get that flames for both of the brothers in that intro. And we'll let y'all do the
Hold on. I got one question. Is this URL or is this the Versus series?
It's the both, nigga. I don't know.
You gotta say this URL.
Am I Smash or DMG? What did I just come in on?
Bars, nigga. Bars, nigga.
Hell no.
Hey, you better fall back.
My apologies to the audience for being late. Where we at? Is this the intro or is this?
They just got done with their intro.
It's that open round. Yeah, and Luke Kakarek is conservative. He going first, but they had a quick little rap battle, so they had to get that out their chest. We let them get it out their chest.
Hey, so everybody, welcome to the Versus Series Battle Rap League. I'm glad y'all joining us. Salute to everybody that's here. I'm late, so I can't do all the shout outs I normally would do, but salute to everybody that's watching. Hope y'all enjoy both MCs.
Before you start my time, I want to give a disclaimer. This is a lot of information to unpack. So what I've done in my presentation, I have highlighted all of the most important things in red and blue and green and yellow. So y'all can follow along with what I'm talking about, and you can even go ahead of me if you like, because this is a lot of information. It's actually too much information to pack in 20 minutes, but I'm gonna unpack it for you, and y'all just try to follow along. All of my sources are highlighted in blue, highlighted in green. You can see them for yourself. I don't want to waste time talking about sources and professors and stuff like that. I'm getting right to the information. Okay. Birth and Death of a Nation. Birth, Death, and Resurrection of a Nation by Neil Marte and Luke Kakarek. Second slide.
Hey, hold on, before you start, and this is the 3-minute opening, bro. So.
This is just the opening. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought was a 3-minute open.
No, that's the intro. That's the intro. Yeah.
You could take the screenshot off then.
Yeah, take it down. Take it down. Just tell people what you're gonna present in your opening, what to watch out for. But basically, what to watch out for in your presentation, the opening shit.
Okay, yeah. So I explained that to y'all about the presentation. So this is what I really want to address to y'all. Okay, so what we really dealing with in this topic is the concept of integration, presented as a shimmering zenith of liberation for people emerged from the brutal crucible of slavery, often unfurled as a cruel mirage for the formerly enslaved. This shimmering promise, rather than offer true freedom and equality, frequently conceals a more insidious continuation of subjugation, a slow, systematic dismantling of self couched in a language of progress and unity. To believe that integration, as historically enacted upon them, is anything other than cultural genocide, racial eugenics cloaked as inclusion, and the societal manifestation of Stockholm syndrome is to engage in a profound tragedy, a tragic fallacy. At its core, integration for the formerly enslaved population has rarely been seen symmetrical fusion of equals. Instead, it has predominantly demanded assimilation into a dominant culture that once perpetuated their bondage. This enforced absorption is nonetheless than cultural genocide when people are stripped of their ancestral lands, their language brutally suppressed, their spiritual practices demonized, and their communal structure systematically dismantled over centuries. The subsequent demand for integration is not an invitation to contribute to a unique tapestry of a larger whole. It is an expectation to shed the remnants of your identity, of who you are. That's what integration is. Integration is disintegration. And I'm gonna prove to y'all that integration started when we first encountered the Europeans, but we're gonna narrow it down.
1 minute.
We're gonna narrow this down to around 1791 to present day, because we're still going through integration as we speak. So again, in this debate, I want y'all to pay attention to what it means to be a welfare state and what it means to be a nation. Those are key things in this debate because Black American nation is anybody from Canada to the tip of Chile. The idiot that I'm debating should have said U.S. citizen, which is something totally different than a Black American nation. There's Black American nations all throughout the Western Hemisphere, from Haiti down to the South America, all through up to Canada. So, I mean, the brother is mistaken. I guess he thought he was trying to trap a brother, but he didn't. You know, see that you wasn't expecting a nigga that's cunning as a.
That's time. That is time.
All right.
All right, we reset it.
Yeah, 3-minute opening, Joshua.
Man, when I beef, I think what would God do? He flooded the whole earth. That means wet everything when I slide through. Come on, bro. The topic is, did integration turn the Black American nation into a well? That's the topic. You trying to bamboozle the audience and the judges with BS instead of sticking on the topic. You need to show that integration transform people into a welfare state, and the welfare state is a system, not a people, not a community, not a Black American nation. So you lose off rip. So let's talk about this, man, real quick. Let's talk about this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, esteemed opponents, we are gathered to engage a provocative, even inflammatory question. Did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? This question is not only misleading, it is fundamentally built on flawed assumptions, historical inaccuracies, and conceptual confusion. To begin, we must confront the false dichotomy at the heart of the question. The idea that the Black Americans had two paths: to remain separate and self-reliant, or to integrate and fall into a state of dependency on government support. And what you guys are going to see today is none of that stuff equates to Black people turning into a welfare state, which is a system used by a governing body. If Black people were a governing welfare state, they will be giving out social programs like food stamps, workman's comp. You lost already. This is crazy. So we're dealing with a false dichotomy. Now to the heart of the issue, the concept of a welfare state. The term refers not to a community or a people, but to a structure of governance. A welfare state is a system wherein the federal government assumes responsibility for the well-being of its citizens. Listen to the title. Did integration turn Black American nation into a welfare state? That would mean they're doing pretty good. And I mean,
1 minute.
That's what that would mean. So I'm here to negate this silly argument. You can go from the top to the bottom of America, but you're going to have to address how did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state. And the welfare state, as we know it in the United States of America, we know when it starts. We know when integration happens. We know when segregation happens. You're going to have to explain that tonight, and you're not, because again, Black people, this is an ethnic group. It's not a country with a government that has a system known as the welfare state that issues out programs. Just because you get on the bus does not make you public transportation. This is silly. This is very, very silly. The term refers not to a community or a people, but to a structure of governance. A welfare state is a system wherein the federal government assumes responsibility for the well-being of its citizens. We have to properly define these terms, because what these dudes do is obscure and muddy the waters all the time, and they bring in these faulty premise.
That's time.
Lucifer, nigga.
That's it. Well, hey, man. Pass on the back to both.
I'm gonna turn it over to you, bro. I might seem like I'm in the way, so I'm gonna let y'all rock. I'm just gonna be spectating. If you need me, call. Otherwise, my brothers, have a great debate. And thanks for everybody tuning in. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
All righty. But appreciate you, big bro. Gonna get up out of here, man. All right, now we about to go into the first round. Well, for the people in the audience, just in case y'all don't know, in this first round, each brother is going to get 10 minutes for them to talk about the topic and hopefully stay on topic and present the information that they have to refute or is for whatever side of the topic that they on. So who's going first in this first round?
Larel Burns is the affirmative, so he would be going first.
I see your screen right here, Larel. Let me pull it up for you, brother. There we go, right there. Let me move this actual way so it don't be blocking your what you got going on up here. I got you.
All right, so this right here is entitled "Birth, Death, and Resurrection of a Nation" by Neil Marte the First, Anu Kakarat, Larian Darrell Brown Harube of the tribe of Tamaricas, Kasambu, Upper Mississippi Valley Territory. Okay, so first I'm gonna jump into defining the welfare state. I have highlighted all of my sources in blue, so all you guys can follow along. And if you need clarity, you could go to those places. So the welfare state was created under the New Deal. This is Franklin Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman. Here is the outline of what a welfare state, the concept of government, which the welfare state is a well-established network of social institutions playing a key role in protecting.
Pause Larel time. Pause Larel time. Hey, bro, try to make your screen a little bigger so everybody can see it. That's too big. Go down, son. Go down.
If he went to presenter view, if he goes to view, click the view tab, and then click presenter mode, it'll blow up on your whole screen. Click view. Now click. Okay. Where does it say presenter?
I'm good. I could do it like this.
Click slideshow. Click slideshow.
Sure. I can make it full screen, but y'all just have to remember to.
I got you. How about that?
That's not. You go to slideshow. Just trust me. Go to slideshow. I do this all the time. Go to slideshow. Click it. Presenter view. You want to do presenter view so you can get full control. But go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah. You good. You good. Nah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get in the way no more. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody can see what you had up, bro. All right, I'm gone.
Okay. So again. Okay, so again, welfare state is clearly outlined right here. A well-established network of social institutions playing a key role in protecting and promoting the social well-being of the citizens. Right here, this right here is coming from the oversight house.gov right here. This is Washington, talking about the subcommittee healthcare financial services that were held in a hearing examining the growth of the welfare state. Growth of the welfare state to scrutinize the enormous expansion of welfare programs over the last 60 years. So right there is telling you that the United States is a welfare state. Right here, I'm outlining the advantages and the disadvantages of the welfare state. Minimum standard of living, that's an advantage. Social protection, advantage. Support for scientific research that don't promise short-run profits and protection of the environment. But these are also the disadvantages. These ought to sound familiar to y'all. No freedom to choose how to use your income, high taxes. No freedom to use the resources we possess in accordance with your own value. And government intrusion in personal life and decision-making, like child support, for example. Here also is the criticism of a welfare state. The welfare state can create a dependency culture. The welfare state discourages work. Welfare state can be a burden on taxpayers. Welfare state stifles economic growth. All of those are true, especially if you're living in this day and age. You've heard these things over the course of years. Here, we're going to outline what tribalhood is, what nationhood is. Okay, nation. Again, I put everything. I highlighted everything so y'all can follow along or go past me so you can understand what I'm talking about when I say nation. A nation of people, race of people, common ancestry, birth, descendants, relative, birth, origin, breed, stock, kind, race of people, tribe, so on and so forth. To get birth, beget, procreation of familia, tribal group. Same thing with tribes, social group, numerous families, clans, generations, shared ancestry. Again, this is just outlining to y'all what a nation is. Up here, I've even given you examples of the nationalist organizations that we have: the Nation of Islam, Black Panthers, UNIA, the Moorish Science Temple, the Nuwabians, the Washita Moors, the Rastas, and the Fahami Temple. Those are all separatist or secessionist movements. Stateless nation, a group of people with a common culture occupying a particular territory that does not have independent political units to define with a defined permanently populated territory or has no sovereign control over its internal or foreign affairs. You don't have no control over none of that shit. Like what they doing in Iran, Iraq, you ain't got nothing to do with that, and you just fueling that shit. So right here is civil mortus. This is how they viewed us dead in law. This is how you know. Civil mortus means dead in the view of law, the condition one who has lost civil rights and the capacity and capacities and is accounted dead in law. That's what we was doing, fighting for civil rights, had the Civil War. That's what that shit was all about, because we were dead in law. We were not part of their union. If y'all go look up the Dred Scott case, you will see that they even ruled that Africans couldn't be part of this union. So what union were they part of? Right, we were part of our own union, part of our maroon communities spread out all across the United States and across the rest of the Western world. Home of the free, land of the braves. Okay, so right here, again, all of this stuff started in 1791 with the Haitian Revolution. The Haitian Revolution sparked off a whole host of battles and wars that our people fought diligently on both sides. On both sides, we fought with the British. We fought with the British. We fought with the Americans. We fought against the Americans. The Indian Negro War, the Seminole Wars, all of that stuff was a continuation of the Haitian Revolution. Right here, this is talking about during the war of 1812, Edward Nicholas of the Royal Marines armed ex-slaves. You see that? The Red Sticks, the Seminoles fighting alongside the British in Prospect Bluff, Florida. Right? Listen to what they say. The largest maroon community ever emerged in North America. What do you think the largest community of maroons in North America is? That right there is their own civilization. They were self-sufficient without the government help, without food stamps, without any public housing, without anything. As you see, it keeps going. That they talk about they radicalized them with anti-slavery propaganda. It said when diplomacy failed, Nicholas left the fort to the black army of radicalized British soldiers, subjects, encouraged to defend the territories against all threats and as a well-developed organized community. It's a community, right? So as we keep going, look at this. Look what it says. It says Nathan examines Prospect Bluff Maroons' constructed freedom, shedding light to the extent and the limit of their physical and intellectual fight to claim their rights. It says that the maroon communities across America emphasize rare opportunity offered by Prospect Bluff to examine black consciousness in era of slavery. So that means there were maroon communities across America. That means these are communities off the grid, not fucking with the United States government, not dealing with them, not trading with them. They were only trading with blacks and Native Americans. Right here, this says after the war after the aftermath of the war of 1812, General Andrew Jackson sanctioned the Navy to attack Florida because it wasn't even part of the United States. They destroyed a free, independent community. What's a free, independent community? Nigga, our own shit. Our own shit. It said, look at this shit. It says the result of the Battle of Fort Negro, a brutal conflict among hundreds of American troops, Indian warriors, and black rebels. Nigga, this shit right here. Look, the subjugation of Native Americans include the Creeks, Choctaw, Seminoles. During their existence, the fort was a powerful symbol of black freedom that subverted the racist foundation of the expanding American slave society. Nigga, we was the motherfucking barrier, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Our people were fucking warriors, nigga. Standing on shit, nigga, standing 10 toes down. Fuck you talking about the Battle of Fort Negro and the rise of the fugitive slave community. Let's look what it say. The number of survivors, including the blacks surrounding the plantation that were not on the fort, moved east to the Sawney River, down to the Appalachians, nigga, with Bowleg, the Native American chief. Right? And it said they took refuge in Tampa Bay and they found in Nicholas-Town in the Bahamas. And it was a very large group of more than 800 formerly British Marines. These were not rag-bag tags of fucking slaves with chains and raggedy ass clothes. These were professionally trained Marines, and they were engaging in guerrilla warfare for almost 100 years against the white man, 100 years against this government. And you integrationist bum-ass niggas that sat down at the table with these motherfuckers and y'all done destroyed our entire nation. Look at this shit. The Day battle, often called the Day Massacre.
5 minutes.
1835, the military defeat of the United States. A military defeat for the United States. The Indians hadn't scalped or butchered the dead or wounded. They had ran over Day's men. They were in a hurry. They were for guns, ammo, and supplies. When the Indians left the field, 50 or 60 Negroes came up on horseback into the enclosure, commenced the hacking and cutting the wounded in the most savage manner. We were fucking warriors. We stood on all 10. Look at this right here. This is the cause of integration. This is the cause of integration because black people, the maroon communities was tearing this motherfucker up, burning this bitch down from one end of the country to the other because this our shit, nigga. This our shit, nigga. But when we chose integration, when we listened to that bullshit, we lost everything. Look at this, y'all. 1800, 1802, 1805, 1811, 1812, 15, 22, 31, 35, 38, 39, 41. Huh? That is constant pressure for almost 100 fucking years straight of all people putting that motherfucking hammer down on these motherfucking crackers. Look at this shit. During the battle, Britain lost because it was too late. They had already recruited 4,000 African ex-slaves, but it was too late by then. Britain lost. The black soldiers who fought the Corps of Colonial Marines and the British soldier was sent to Trinidad. They started their own civilizations in Trinidad, all throughout down in the South. They did that. The White House was burnt by British troops on August 24, 1814. Nigga, the soldiers, the insurrectionists are called Americans. Not Americans, Americans. These are the originals. These are the natives and the blacks. When you talk about a nation tempered by flames, look at this shit. The Americans were model settlers for several decades. They were urban artisans. Look at this. The Black Maroons already possessed the fort. Before Nicholas ever left, the Black Maroons had already possessed the fort. The Seminoles were kept in the worst political condition ever. Look, the Negroes robbed them of our influence over the Indians, are expiring. The Prospect Bluff lands are in possession of the Negroes. We held the land. We took that land. That's our land, nigga, by blood right, nigga. That's our fucking land. That's your ancestral land. But you know what happened? Let me show you what happened. Let me show you what happened. What happened was integration. Following the Civil War marks the beginning of integration and the end of slavery. Many of the free slaves established their own community. You heard that? Many free slaves established their own communities and settlements called Freetown, all black towns. These communities provided economic and social freedom, foster ideas, uplifted, shield residents from racism. And here goes a list of these freedom towns right here. If y'all take a look, all of these events right here that I placed on the side. Richard Allen, Absalom Jones established the Organization of Free African Society in Philadelphia. 1879, Blanchot Bruce, Capital Savings Bank, the Freedom Bank, the Freedmen's Bank, right here. It was established in 1865, the same year that integration started, right? And when you keep going through this, you're going to see we had all of this stuff before integration. And you know what was created after integration? The Ku Klux Klan. The Klan was the ones who rushed you and forced you out of the South where all of your shit was, where all of your civilizations was, where all your settlements was, where all your land was. Nigga, when we started this, we had 14% of all of the farmland in the United States. By the integration, we only owe 1%. If you're going to talk about progression in the United States, you got to talk about that in the form of land ownership, because that is the true way of capitalism of this society. So this right here is talking about the Freedmen's Bureau. Look at what the Freedmen's Bureau gave you. Provided crucial support like food, shelter, Medicare, education, established the rights to legal rights and oversee labor contracts. Let me go rewind that shit for y'all. Nigga, the welfare state is a concept in which the government plays an institution and a key role in protection and promoting the economic state. So when they was freed, they created the Freedmen's Bureau that did just that. So right there, nigga, that shows you that the African Americans were in fact in a welfare state. According to the Freedmen's Bureau protocol of what they do, look what they say. The Bureau was known as the Bureau of
Time.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so brother Joshua, bit Lucifer, the devil, is your first round. Go ahead, brother. Tell us when you're ready.
These niggas don't know how to debate. They can't stay on topic to say they fucking lie. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of the debate isn't did Black Indians, have some kind of autonomy in the past. That's not the title of the debate. The title of the debate is not about the Haitian Revolution. The title of the debate is not about the criticism of the welfare state. The title of the debate is not the advantage or disadvantage of a welfare state. This is all the stuff you brought up. You brought up slave rebellions, and then you said we ruled Florida. No, you didn't. It was ran by Spain. That's a colonial. Niggas don't even know history. From 1500 to 1821, that's when Spain lost occupation of Florida. Then he just brought up land ownership in the Freedmen Bureau. It has nothing to do with anything that we're talking tonight. You, sir, are supposed to be showing how integration turned the Black American nation into a welfare state. A multitude of people are beneficiaries or recipients of a welfare state. That does not mean they are a welfare state. A welfare state is a system used by a country. Majority of your round, if not all of your round, was non sequitur, and you even helped me out. Let's go to his first slide. Are y'all sharing my screen? This was his first slide, and it tells you what a welfare state is. It shows you that Black people cannot turn into a welfare state. Nobody can, because a welfare state is not a community of people or ethnic group. None of that. A welfare state, according to the definition that you provided, is a concept of government, not a people. Just because you are a recipient of welfare state benefits like SNAP, like workman's compensation, like the ability to retire and collect SSI, does not make you the welfare state. Just like if you got on a bus, it does not make you public transportation. If you call a plumber and they render plumber services with you, that does not make you the plumbing service. We got to stop this. This is very, very silly. Your entire round was non sequitur. And you're falling on a categorical fallacy because, again, Black American people cannot become a concept of government. If they were, they would be a very wealthy country, which they are not, and they will be able to dish out all of these programs that is affiliated with a welfare state because it was created to take care of the needy. What the hell are you talking about? That's usually a sign of wealth. Then you brought up the advantages and disadvantages, non sequitur. A bunch of straw man fallacies back to back. Now, let's go to the presentation. Just have to give a quick rebuttal. We got 10 minutes. With that being stated, did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? The answer is obvious. The answer is no. No, Black people can't become a system or a concept of government. They can't. Objectives: define what a welfare state is, even though he provided in the first slide, which he killed himself. Define integration. Integration has nothing to do with a welfare state. It is not an impetus. It's not a catalyst to create anybody into a welfare state. 3, establish timelines for welfare state integration. Number 4, elucidate how these terms are incongruent and are not directly related. Explain how the opponent is using a false premise which in itself negates the argument. Welfare state, a system whereby the government undertakes to protect the health and well-being of its citizens. Black people can't become a system whereby the government undertakes to protect the health and well-being of its citizens. This is silly. You lose. What's the secondary definition? A country practicing a welfare state system. It's in the name, welfare state. This is dealing with governance. Well, you guys are sniffing a pack of silly. The term welfare state is inapplicable. Now to the heart of the issue, the concept of a welfare state. The term refers not to a community or a people, but to a structure of governance, just as he showed in his round. A welfare state is a system wherein the federal government assumes responsibility for the well-being of its citizens. This has nothing to do with integration, and it damn sure can't transform a people group into that. That is, you guys just be killing us. Anyway, through social safety nets, such as unemployment insurance, that doesn't just apply to Black people. Anybody can get it. And the largest recipients of the welfare state are white people. You're going to say, oh, they're a welfare state? No, that's idiotic. That's unintelligible. Social Security. Can you turn it to Social Security? No. Can you turn it to public housing? No. Medicaid? No. These are all programs of a system made to mitigate issues with the citizens of America that are struggling. That's what that is. You can't become a people group cannot become a welfare state. Integration definition: incorporation as equals into society or an organization of individuals of different groups. Per Merriam-Webster. So again, as you can see, by definition, it has nothing to do with this. False premise: a logic and incorrect proposition that by forming the basis of an argument will almost certainly lead to an invalid or logically unsound conclusion. That's why he spent majority of his round baffling y'all with BS, because none of it has any substance to the topic. You need to be showing that integration turned the Black American nation into a welfare state, which is a silly and misleading proposition. Dictionary.com is the source. Explaining the faulty premise: Black people are not a government, therefore they cannot be a welfare state, nor can they turn into a welfare state. My opponent cannot warp reality to fit his irrational position. Furthermore, the welfare state officially starts in the 1930s. State-sponsored segregation starts in 1896, separate but equal, and integration starts in the 1960s. Knowing what the actual terms entail and what time frame each event occurs proves that the argument is built on a faulty premise and is anachronistic. What you're saying doesn't make any sense.
4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Anachronism is a person, thing, idea that exists out of its time in history. Again, what the welfare state was well established before integration. Before integration happened. 1964 is when integration happens. It existed before that. It has nothing to do with it. There's not a causal relationship between the two. Here's a brief timeline. Plessy versus Ferguson, separate but equal, 1896. Social Security Act is passed by via FDR in 1935. Civil Rights Act is passed and integrates the country in 1964. The Social Security Act of 1935. This is what actual welfare state is. People can't turn into this. It's a system. The severe depression of the 1930s made the federal action a necessity, as neither the states and the local communities nor private charities had the financial resources to cope with the growing need among the American people. Beginning in 1932, the federal government first made loans, then grants to states to pay for direct relief and work relief. This has nothing to do with or exclusive to Black people. They can't turn into work relief. They can't turn into workman's comp. They can't turn into social insurance. They can't turn to free lunch programs. This is how silly you sound. And the source for this is SSA.government, which is Social Security Administration. The file is the historical development of the welfare state. Civil Rights Act of 1964, that deals with integration. Again, this has nothing to do with the welfare state, and it damn sure it doesn't act as a magical wand that can warp reality and make a people group into a system of the government. That's silly. This act signed into law by President Lyndon Johnson on July 2nd, 1964, prohibited discrimination in public places, provided for the integration of schools and other public facilities, and made employment discrimination illegal. This is what integration is about. Has nothing to do with food stamps or social programs, which everybody has access to once they fall on hard times. Your argument is very racial typological. Right? You're saying, oh no, Black people are known for this. Okay. They're still not a welfare state, because a welfare state is a system of government, a concept of government, just like he put in his first slide. Equal Employment Opportunity Act and stuff of that nature. The two don't go hand in hand. They're not mutually exclusive. We got to stop doing that. What does the welfare state entails? The development of social welfare programs. Black people cannot transform into social welfare programs. Again, the title is the premise. Did integration turn black people into a welfare state? Black people can't turn to social welfare programs. They can't turn to TANF. They can't turn to SNAP. So let's do a logical exercise real quick. Can black people turn to workman's compensation? Exactly. The answer is emphatically no, because people are not a system or service of a government. Therefore, the premise of my opponent fails to withstand logical scrutiny. Another example how black Americans cannot turn into a welfare state. This is ridiculous. You don't understand terms.
1 minute and 15 seconds.
Can black people turn into Medicare? You got to make this make sense. Can they turn into Medicare? No, they cannot. These are all things provided by the welfare state, which is a system created in the 30s, implemented in the 30s to take care of American people that fall on hard times. Workman's comp, you get hurt, you chop a finger off, you get maimed, hurt your back, you get compensation for it. That has nothing to do, it's not mutually exclusive with no ethnic group, and it doesn't turn no ethnic group into no goddamn welfare state. The premise of my opponent fails to withstand logical scrutiny. The futility of the argument. As we have seen, black Americans cannot transform into a welfare state. The argument withers away at the seams the minute you apply logic and definitions. Black Americans are not a government, and they are not providing social programs while being a welfare state, which is a system utilized by a government. Lastly, none of this has anything to do with integration. My opponent elected to use integration as an impetus for transforming or turning black Americans into a welfare state. Besides the lapse in logic and the false dichotomy, as discussed before, this argument is also anachronistic, seeing that the welfare state was well established long before integration, circa 1964. The reaper, sweeper, collect his soul. And when I kill him,
Time.
the judge gonna give me life without parole. Lucifer, nigga.
Oh man. Where we at? Yeah, that was the first round for both opponent, Lucifer and a new Kakarot. A new Kakarot is the affirmative. Lucifer is the negative. So we finna go into the second round, but the topic is: did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? Well, everybody that's showing up and tuned in, that what the name of the debate is. So we have both brothers. So we're going to start with Rebuttal, New Kakarot, a.k.a. Larel Burns. We're going to start this second round, 10 minutes. Tell us when to start, brother. Let's get it.
What happened? We still live?
Yeah, we see. Hold on. I think what's the name? Fell off. Maybe
I can't see nobody. I don't know what's going on. You got quiet. No dead space, man.
You gotta make sure.
So here's the thing. Government. Y'all just heard him repeatedly say that people. Yeah. Y'all just heard him say repeatedly that people can't be a government. But yet, when you go look up the definition of government, it says refer to the system or group of people. So right there, nigga, you stupid as hell for that. So we just gonna keep it moving, man. I'ma share my screen again. Here we go. Can y'all see this? Let me know if y'all can see it. Can you see my presentation? Okay, y'all not looking at it. Stop shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got you.
We try to take it down, put it back up. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so again, he just sat here and read to y'all a bunch of definitions. He didn't prove to y'all that we wasn't a nation. I proved to you that we were a nation. Every time you see organized community, that's a nation of people. That is a settlement of people, regardless if it's 50, 100, 1,000. That's what we had before. Again, for those out there who don't think that I'm sharing my sources, my sources are always highlighted in green or blue or red, and you can see them for yourself. I don't want to waste time with the sources, and y'all can all see my sources are listed. Again, between 1888 and 1934, over 100 black-owned banks were established. But listen, he just told you that integration is about inclusion and equality and all this bullshit. Okay, let's find out if that's the truth, right? Let's see if that's what happened. They played a significant role in the community. Black banks. Okay, somebody mute out. Somebody mute out. Let's see if that's what happened. Somebody mute out. Somebody needs to mute out. Somebody needs to mute out.
Somebody mute out. Everybody mute out but Larel. Everybody mute out but Larel.
Okay, so again, y'all see that banks face systematic barriers right here. Banks face systematic barriers. They're talking about these same banks that was opened up, the Freeman banks. Listen to this, the Freeman Saving Bank, 1865. Again, he's saying that integration started in the 1960s. No, it didn't. It started in the 1800s, and then we went into the Civil fucking War. Civil War was about giving blacks rights in this society, nigga. That's what the Civil War was about. Us fighting for civil rights was because we were civil or martus. We were not included in the American scheme. That was the whole fucking point of giving you civil rights, dummy. That is integration. So again, when we established these banks, I want y'all to see this for yourself. Check it out. Right here, it says, the banks face systematic barriers, including redlining and limited access to capital, hindering their growth, right? I thought it was about equality. Why are they getting redlined? Why are they getting their growth hindered? The Great Depression and other economic crises disproportionately impact black communities and banks. Many banks were acquired by larger institutions. So that means we ain't even got that shit. It said, or merged with other minority banks, reducing their overall numbers. So we ain't even got the shit no more. The decline in black banks had contributed to the widening racial wealth gap. Fewer institutions are available to serve black community despite the decline in numbers. Black-owned businesses remain vital to their community and continue to play a crucial role in addressing their needs. So right there, that just showed you that even in a false-ass fucking integration, which was a ruse, integration was a ruse. It was a way to stop you from being maroons. They wanted you to stop being maroons because y'all wasn't spending no money with them crackers. So that shit was stifling fucking capitalism. So this right here, again, he said that ain't what this is, but yet the Freedmen's Bureau was opened up in 1865 to newly freed slaves and poor whites in the South. I just read that to you. It provided crucial support like food, shelter, Medicare, education, and help with legal rights. Nigga, how the fuck that ain't a welfare state, nigga? Nigga, if we talk about the Bureau of Indian Investigation, we talk about them. That institution supports and represents them. Well, this supported us, the freemen, right? And abandoned lands. Look at that. The Bureau was known for refugees, freemen, and abandoned lands. What abandoned lands? The lands that we abandoned when the fucking Klan came down there and chased us all out. Those were our lands down there. Again, I rewinded that shit for y'all so y'all could see that the Freedmen's Bureau is most definitely the concept of a welfare state, and we were all part and partial. He's saying that we can't be we most definitely was a government if we had our own fucking thriving societies, we had our own thriving settlements. Who you thought run the shit? You think them niggas just in there freestyling? It says the former Confederate veterans founded the first Ku Klux Klan social club in Pulaski, Tennessee in 1865. In 1876 onward, black participation in public life in the South became one of the most radical aspects of Reconstruction. As black people won elections,
5 minutes.
Won elections in the South, the state governments, even the U.S. Congress, for its part, the Ku Klux Klan dedicated itself to an underground campaign of violence against the Republican leaders and voters, both black and white. So right there, you see that the white brotherhood, right here, the white brotherhood was created in order to combat the rising economic growth of African Americans. That's why they kicked you out of the South so they could take over your land. All of that land in the South, that shit belonged to your ancestors. Again, I'm gonna point this out. He say it didn't start with Haiti and none of that shit, but yeah, here it is right here. Look at this. The Gabriel Uprising. It said who was inspired by the revolution in France and Haiti. Look at this. Look, this is the German uprising. It said the major rebellion was led by a mixed race slave driver on a plantation named Charles Dessalines, who, like many Africans and African Americans, was inspired by the Haitian Revolution. The Haitian Revolution is what started this shit. It says Paul Coffey, right? Here's another one. They had an ongoing debate about free blacks. Where the free blacks ought to go. Who are the free blacks? That's us niggas, right? States like Virginia made it illegal for you to stay there for more than 12 months. But both abolitionists and pro-slavery whites agreed for the possibility of exporting blacks back to a colony in Africa. What's a colony? A free colony in Africa of blacks? A nation, nigga. So right here, you see that the African Methodist Episcopal Church, they are the ones who curbed that shit, the Back to Africa movement. This right here says 1885 to 1915 was commonly referred as nadir, the lowest point in African American history. In many instances, the KKK and other white supremacists forced African Americans to leave their land or be lynched. The massive loss of land and economic independence for African Americans. You hear that? Economic independence? That means without the United States. And then the birth of the nation and all that bullshit came. You know what I'm saying? So in close, I want to point this shit out to y'all, that we most definitely was a nation. And when we chose to integrate into this society, that started the disintegration of our identity of who we were, what we are here in this nation. Before integration, you had your own stores, hospitals, you had your own bus lines, you had all that shit until they scared you up out of your shit and took your shit from you. 6 to 4 million people did an exodus from the South to the North because they was running from the Klan. Those niggas who stayed down there in the South are the remnants of these maroon communities all over North America, from Canada all the way down to the fucking Caribbeans, nigga. We always have been better off without them. Without them, we had our own shit. The Negro Leagues. We had our own
1 minute and 40 seconds. 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Shit. You don't own nothing, and everything you do, you got to get permission from the government. You can't even build a extra piece onto your house without getting permission from the government. Nigga, you can't go fishing without getting permission from the government. Nigga, we in a welfare state, nigga. You can't even go buy. You can't even go build a house on your own with the resources up under your feet, nigga, without getting permission from your big daddy, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Nigga, integration destroyed us as a people. Destroyed us. But like I said, y'all see that shit, constant rebuttals. He don't believe that we got nations, even though the Moorish Science Temple is a nation. The Rastafarian nation is a nation. The Nawabians is a nation. We're all nations. And we're all fucking separatists, secessionists. We believe in autonomy, self-autonomy, and not fucking welfare with a motherfucker doing everything for us, trying to tell us who we can and can't talk to. Nigga, you can't even make treaty with Africa, nigga. African countries, nigga, as a black people, we can't even make treaties with them. And them are people, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Ain't got no power, nigga, no land, no nothing. All that shit was stolen by integration, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Integration started in 1960. Nigga, I was part of the DSEG program. That means integration's still going on. Nigga, we still got integration issues right now in the 2000s, nigga. Which means we ain't completely fucking integrated. We're not completely assimilated. You know why? Because we still flying this red and black green flag. We still hoisting up that red, gold, green flag. We're not completely occupied.
Time. Yeah. This is the Versus series, y'all. This is the Versus series. We in the bottom of the second round. We have brother Ben Lucifer the devil in the house. Is you ready to rock out, brother?
Man, this right here is hilarious, bro. This is hilarious. None of this is on topic. He has still yet to address the premise. The point of this debate is, did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? He has not showed the magic one where the Black American nation turned into the welfare state, into a welfare state. You can't, because again, like I said, and you said in your damn round, the welfare state is a concept of government, not a people group, not a community. No one can turn into that. It's programs. It's workman's comp. It's Section 8. It's TANF. It's WIC, right? It's SSI. That's what the welfare state encompasses. And if you are a country that has a welfare state, then you are a very wealthy and well-to-do country. He has yet to show throughout the duration of the entire debate how, 2 rounds in, we only get 2% of rounds, how any of this.
Oh, you showing your screen, bro? I'm just talking. Okay. No, I'm just making sure. Okay, go ahead, continue.
I'm rebuttaling right now because this brother just gave y'all a load of nothing, and I'm trying to reel us back in on the topic. There's my stream right there. He mentioned the term nation. The topic is not whether or not what a nation means, if you use the colloquial term, or if you're talking about the American nation, the German. That's not the topic. The topic is, did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? And you have yet to address this at all. You even try. You said, oh, they have black banks. What does that have to do with, did integration turn the Black American nation to a welfare state? You haven't showed the Black American nation turning into a welfare state yet. They can't, because it's a system of government. They can't. It's impossible for any people. Just because someone's a recipient of something does not make them the welfare state. This is silly. This is a categorical error. That's what we're dealing with. And again, as I brought up, here's the welfare state definition. Again, a system whereby the government, I didn't say you can't have a government, which, okay, that's not what the debate is. The welfare state is the crux of this debate. You got to show Black Americans becoming a welfare state, meaning they need a governing body and they need a system known as the welfare state, which does what? Undertakes to protect the health and well-being of its citizens, especially those in financial or social need. You have not showed that. You brought up the Freedmen Bureau. What does that got to do with Black people being a welfare state, like you said, or turn into a welfare state? The Federal Bureau, the Freedmen Bureau, was given to Black people, or newly freed Black Americans. Why? Well, by who? Congress. By Congress. By Republicans. That's who did it. This has nothing to do with the Black American nation, as you say, being a welfare state. You have still yet to demonstrate that to the audience and to the judges. Again, another attempt to bamboozle. You brought up the widening wealth gap. What does that have to do with anything? That's not showing and proving that the Black American nation was turned into a welfare state. You brought up they're trying to stop you from being Maroons. Now you're appealing to conspiracy. What they got to do with, did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? Again, a welfare state is a system that provides for the social need of the citizens. You haven't showed that. You also brought up land allotment and, oh, Black people own this land, they don't. And then you just make stuff up while you're doing it. Non sequitur. You brought up, oh, free Blacks, that was us. Non sequitur. You brought up economic independence. And you said that means without Americans. No, it doesn't. And non sequitur. We lost our identity. Non sequitur. Exodus meetings, non sequitur. Maroon communities, non sequitur. Your whole second round was non sequitur. We're waiting for you to show that integration turned Black American nation into a welfare state. You have yet to do it. Shameful. Now, let me get back to my presentation. So as we were talking before my last round, the futility of this argument, as we have seen, Black Americans cannot transform into a welfare state. We're going to get into more of that here. In order for them to do that, you got to show them showing grants to states for old age assistance, federal old age benefits. What about Title III? Grants to states for unemployment compensation, grants to states for aid to dependent children, grants to states for maternal and child welfare, public health, work, Social Security Board. You got to show all this. You got to show it. And you haven't. Origins of segregation laws, because this is what integration it was dealing with. Getting rid of Plessy versus Ferguson had nothing to do with magically turning a people group into a system of government. Again, logical exercise. Can black people turn into workman compensation? Can they turn into TANF? Can they turn into SNAP benefits, food stamps? Can they turn into any of these things? Can they turn into disability? No, they can't. It's just silly. Again, just because you ride on a bus does not make you public transportation. A recipient thereof a program does not make them the program itself. The doctrine of separate but equal was a legal principle upheld by the United States Supreme Court in the 1896 case Plessy versus Ferguson, which allowed state-sponsored segregation so long as the facilities provided to each race was ostensibly equal. The infamous separate but equal policy was ultimately dismantled through the landmark 1954 Supreme Court decision in Brown v. Board of Education. In the first round, we showed you that the welfare state was implemented officially in the 1930s. We start seeing this country push towards integration in the 50s and the 60s. First start off with Brown versus the Board of Education. You guys all know Eisenhower, Republican president, he put that in motion. It says, which recognized that segregated facilities were inherently unequal and violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. And there's the source on the bottom of the page, politicaldictionary.com. Civil Rights of 1964, the act signed into law by President Lyndon Johnson on July 2nd, 1964, prohibited discrimination in public places, provided for the integration of schools and other public facilities, and made employment discrimination illegal. This is what integration is tackling. Has nothing to do with food stamps, has nothing to do with social security. You know, if you go blind, the government will help you. It doesn't have nothing to do with HUD. So there's no causal relationship with integration. You're trying to bamboozle people, but that's what happens in this Afrocentric community. All y'all do is bamboozle, trying to baffle people with BS instead of properly educating them. The Equal Employment Act as well, and the archives.gov is where I got that from, the milestone document, civil rights. Why am I going through this? Because I got to properly demystify everything that he just threw out there, addressing the absurdity of the claim. As we can all see, integration has no direct correlation with a welfare state. Furthermore, it's not an impetus to create or transform people into a welfare state, which is impossible because people cannot be a structure of government. Just to remind the audience of how unintelligible the assertion did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state is, just ask yourself, can Black people become a grant for dependent children? That's one of the services and programs of a welfare state. Of course, the answer is no, which invalidates my opponent's initial premise. It's a silly notion to believe that people can transform into a structure/system of government which provides services to the needy. Easy work. Again, here's all that encompasses the Social Security Act, logical exercise. Ask yourself this, can Black people turn into unemployment benefits? Exactly, the answer is emphatically no. You got to show that integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state. A welfare state is a system that provides all these things. Just because people are a recipient of it, which white people are the dominant group that are a recipient of it, that does not mean that they're a welfare state. That doesn't mean just because you're a recipient of something does not make you. If you get assistance on your bills because you can't pay your bills, that doesn't therefore make you or the people that all are recipients of those funds or benefits a welfare state. Why do I got to tell grown men in their 40s this? Therefore, the premise of my opponent fails to withstand logical scrutiny. Another example.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Let's analyze the faulty premise. To conflate recipients of government assistance with the state itself is a serious category error. It's like saying that because a person rides a bus, they are the public transportation system. Being served by the public good does not make someone synonymous with the system providing it. And that's what all he's been trying to do. And he's failed at it because he never drew any straight line or correlation to it. He never showed y'all how integration turned the Black American nation to a welfare state. He just throwing stuff out there. The Maroons, economic independence, Black Wall Street, they had banks and we're all secretly Maroons. What? Oh, we ruled Spain, we ruled Florida, all this conspiracy. None of this is addressing the topic at hand. None of it's addressing the question at hand. Did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? As we have seen, this is a culmination of fallacies all in one. It also has the racial typological theme to it as well, because the assumption is based on race-based views of Black Americans being government dependent. When the largest share of the welfare recipients are indeed white people or Black people being recipients themselves of the welfare state does not make them the or a welfare state. Cooking you, man. Medicaid, SNAP, WIC, free or reduced price school meals, SSI, TANF, energy aid. If you can't pay your light bill, they got energy aid, rental subsidies, Social Security, Medicare, unemployed compensation. Now ask yourself this, can black people turn to any of these things? No, they cannot. Being a recipient of something does not make you a damn welfare state. A welfare state are the people giving out the programs. Idiocy. Idiocy of the highest order. Let's use SNAP benefits as an example. SNAP provides food benefits to low-income families to supplement their groceries, right? Black Americans cannot turn to SNAP. Again, negating the argument. A welfare state is a system utilized to take care of the country's people. Again, we can do this with WIC. We can do this with free lunch programs. We can do this with SSI.
Time. Whoa. The second round was heated, by both competitors. It was heated. Man. It was heated by both competitors.
Y'all didn't tell me my presentation wasn't showing. Damn, y'all should have told me something.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know you.
No, his screen was up.
No, it was. I don't think it changed.
It wasn't on my PowerPoint. Oh. But I was reading from my PowerPoint, y'all.
Yeah. Ain't no round 3. It ain't no round 3. But anyway, man, hey, only thing we have coming up next, man, before we can get off of the thing, we want to send a few shout out to people. Send a few shots out, man, who all in the house. We got let me start from the top. We have Shake Mick in the house. We got Ruger Lion. We had Anonymous Hebrew. We got Bless B. We got Haka Ra. Of course, we got King Naga. I knew he was gonna be here. We got 8 Talk Podcast. We have the Bar Reloaded. We got Mandiki Molly. Know he always prowling. We got TKO, Takora Dawson in the house. Yeah, man. If I miss you, we got the champ. The champ here. The champ is here. And Random Info. And Shay Bay, Brother Lavelle. So if I miss anybody else, man, I'm sorry. Apologize. Get your next go round. Now, do you have anything to say, nobody, man? I'm just trying to let this breathe for a second.
Oh no, I don't think we should let it breathe, man. Since them boys is on 10, I think we should go on and move on.
I got to breathe, bro. They got to breathe, man. I've been liking this shit. I've been losing track of the time a little bit. This shit. Trying to listen to them. Yeah, man. So, little track of the time, put that on me, man. Yeah, so y'all know what round this is. This is the chit-checking round. And you know how the rules go. The rules of engagement. Joshua, you will be going first in this round, asking questions. You have 10 minutes to put Brother Larel Burns on the interrogation room, on the hot seat. And Larel Burns, you must answer the questions. And that's the rules. Must answer the questions and be, straight up as possible.
And don't forget,
and then when he get done with that,
your round. If you want to move on, if a person's stalling or something like that, you are in control of your round. Just know that.
Yeah, your round. Yep. So you can do with it, please. So you dictate the pace of the round, and then the side thing, Larel, you will be at the Brother Lucifer, and then you will have the side thing at your grant. Will be granted for you. So it'll be fair in this. So is you ready, Brother Lucifer?
Big Satan energy, nigga.
Yeah. All right. Time start when you ask the first question, brother.
All right. Larel, can you explain and define what a welfare state is?
Well, a welfare state is a system of governance agencies designed to help disenfranchised or poor people cope in society. That's exactly what a welfare state is. But if you want to get
thank you. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. I just need the definition so so the audience can hear that it's a system. It's not a group of people, black people, white people, Asian people, and everybody in between. Secondly, can you show and demonstrate integration, turning a people, a Black American people, into a welfare state?
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
Well, you asked me a yes or no question, and I answered it.
I want you to expound on that. Explain how that's so.
Oh, well, I did that my entire debate. I showed you that we had our own.
All right, so he can't answer it. He can't answer it. That's fine. Moving on.
I'm talking.
Moving on to my next question. What was the cause of integration? What was the purpose of integration?
The cause of integration was insurrection from the maroon communities all over the United States.
False. That is not the cause of integration. Integration was response to Plessy and Ferguson in 1964 to the Civil Rights Act, and we seen it happen in 1950. This is misinformation, disinformation, and false history that you guys are pushing. Also, what does the Haitian Revolution have to do with the integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? Explain.
The Haitian Revolution inspired African Americans, Americans abroad, all across the world, to revolt against oppressors and colonial powers. Those same men are African Americans. They live in the Caribbean. They are African Americans just like us. They live here on our continental shelf, and they come back and forth into the United States.
Okay, thank you. That's enough. That's enough. So again, it has nothing to do with the title, because the title is, did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state? You brought that up in the first round. Let me ask you this again. I got another question. What does land ownership or land allotment have to do with did integration turn the Black American nation into a welfare state?
Again, if you don't understand capitalism and you don't understand the backbone of this society, obviously you wouldn't understand why real estate and land ownership is at the focal point of all fucking economic growth in the United States at that point. So again, when it comes to land ownership, right, you have to judge our success based on land ownership. And we went from 14% down to 1%, a meager 1%.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I don't need you preaching. I don't need you preaching. Again, for the audience and the judges to see.
And when integration came, we were down to a meager 1%. How can you measure?
You're on my time, man. You're on my time.
It's time. Come on. Do it first, bro. Come on.
And making stuff up. I just asked a simple question. You did not demonstrate how that had anything to do with the premise, which is did integration make Black American nation a welfare state? You have not shown that.
Yes,
can you give us? Here's my next question. You don't run your house, so don't brag like you done shit. Hey, let me answer my next question. You don't even run your own house, so stop it, man. Let me say this. Can you give the function of welfare states and how it relates to the Black American nation? Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm waiting for you to expound.
Yeah.
Explain how.
Question and I answered
Explain how it relates to the Black American nation that you keep bringing up.
Yeah, I already
the function of welfare state and how it relates. Go ahead.
The function of the welfare state. Nigga, you're being taken care of by the government. You ain't doing nothing self-sufficient at all. You don't own no land. You don't own no resources. Every fucking shred of everything you have from.
All right, that's good. Okay, that's good. Again, there is no correlation. Just because someone's a recipient. Hold on. Just because, stop. I'm done. You're on my time, bro. You're on my time.
You don't want no answer.
Just stop talking, man. I heard enough. You pontificated enough. Again, for the audience to see, it has no correlation. He cannot explain it or expound on any of this. He's just making claims. So again, we do know a welfare state is a system, correct, Larel? Correct? Now you mute.
Yeah, if you're talking
yes,
about
it's a system.
If you're talking about
it's a system.
If you're talking about the political definition.
Yes, okay, that's enough. That's all I need. So again, it's not a people, it's not a community, it's a system. A welfare state is used by the government, a concept of the government, like you pointed out in your first round. In your first round.
I didn't hear you. I was talking while you was talking, so I didn't hear your question.
I know that because you're doing that on purpose, because you're pontificating, you're just running the time out.
Asking, brother.
All right, so
and we have 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes, and answer the questions and move on. I will be stopping the time if you ask me to stop the time.
All right.
Let me ask you a question, Larel. Can Black people turn into food stamps?
Well, you know, we live in a identity world where anybody can identify as whatever they like. I guess, yeah, they could turn into, if a man could turn into a woman, I guess they could turn into a food stamp.
Y'all hear the lunacy? Y'all hear the lunacy? No, Black people can.
Question that you asked.
Of course, because that's the topic you chose. It is very lunacy. It's lunacy here. Can Black people turn into a system that gives out programs?
And that was on your own volition. I didn't tell you to do that.
I'm gonna ask you another question. Can Black people turn into a system that distributes social programs?
Yeah, of course. I just showed you.
No, they cannot. They cannot. All right, that's enough time.
Okay. Well, I just showed you that the government.
You just said it was silly when I said it. Frankly,
people. I just showed you that government.
No, you didn't. You did not show it. Quite frankly, Black people can't become SNAP. Black people can't become TANF. They can't become housing assistants, bill paying assistants. All right, so can Black people become workman's compensation?
You said what?
Can Black people become workman's compensation?
I just told you, man, we live in an identity world where a person can identify as a dog or a cat or a pigeon. What the fuck you want to be? What part of that don't you get?
Yeah, so basically you're saying you identify as a SNAP.
Hey, brother, look, you asked how can a person transform in their head, in their mind.
The answer is no. The answer is no. It's absurd to even say that.
I don't write the rules, brother.
Yeah, cool.
Hey,
yeah.
Maybe you ought to formulate more intelligent.
Yeah, you can change a lot. I know you believe everybody's maroons and make up history and stuff like that. So I ask you guys to see, ladies and gentlemen, that none of his rounds.
Next question. Give me a question, cuz.
I'm giving you the question right now, man.
Sound like you talking to the audience.
I am talking to the audience while I give you this question.
Start your question now, cousin.
How does the widening wealth gap show that the Black American nation turned into a welfare state, which you agree is a damn system that provides social welfare programs? Go.
Can you re-articulate the question for me?
Explain.
Can you re-articulate?
No. What you need to do is explain how that's possible.
That you asked a question, and can you reformulate that for me?
Just answer the question, bro.
I just asked you. I couldn't understand the format that you put it in. Can you?
I know. This is what pseudos do. This is what pseudos do. You're just trying to kill time. Answer the question.
I'm not killing, brother. I'm just trying to gain understanding the question that you asked.
All right. So you mentioned the widening wealth gap, right? And your second round, because none of this was, congruent with the topic. So I'm trying to find out how it's congruent. How does the widening wealth gap speak towards the Black American nation turning into a welfare state, which we both understand is a system that gives out welfare programs?
The widening wealth gap shows that integration was a fucking ruse and it had nothing to do with integration.
All right, that's enough time. A welfare state, stop. A welfare state, again, is a system that provides social programs.
Ask me a question, then
stop, because you're going off. It's incongruent. It's not applicable.
The devil runs with
system that provides social programs. You can't explain to me how any of your points show that people turn into a system that provides social programs.
I already told you that people.
No, you're not. You're just saying shit.
You can turn into whatever you want, bro.
Show me where Black Americans turned into a system that provided social programs. Go.
If you want to turn into a social program, that's on you, brother. No one stops.
Exactly. Lunacy, just like the damn title. He can't do it for the judges and the audience to see. He cannot show this and bear it out logically because he knows it doesn't make any sense. Black American people cannot become a system that provides social programs. That's why he agreed that, nobody can turn to SNAP, TANF.
I didn't say that. I said You could turn into whatever the hell you want to
Yeah,
turn
of course, because you're a lunatic. That's what lunatics do.
Man.
They believe you believe you're a woman too, probably. Stop it.
Look, I ain't got nothing to do with that, brother.
Exactly. What does criticism? All right, here's another point you made. I want to ask you. I'm asking questions about the stuff you said in your rounds. What does the criticism of the welfare state have to do with the topic, which is did the Black American nation?
If the welfare state wasn't a real motherfucking thing, what is there to criticize, nigga?
Nigga, the debate is the welfare state a real thing? The debate is the Black American people turn into a welfare state, which is a system that provides social programs.
Right.
What are you talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, he showed and proved that this is a nonsensical topic, and Black American people can't transform to a goddamn
that you belong to a
food benefits.
U.S. welfare
state. Yeah. It's over. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's 10 minutes. It's your turn. Go.
Bro, that's just how
back up here now. Back up here. It's time. I ain't know I was backstage. Yeah, that's that first round, man. That was Lucifer. But for the people who don't know, that was Lucifer first round of the 10 minutes of the chit-chat round. Now we got brother. Larel Bird, aka a new Kakarot coming in. And now it's his time to ask Joshua a question. And Joshua, you need to answer a question. Larel Bird, you have this is the rules. You have up to 2 times to stop your time. And the moderator can stop the time if he see that the other person not doing it. I forgot to explain that, but we been having them problems lately. So go ahead, brother. Kick it when we ready when you ready.
Okay, so first question. How can you please explain to us how a nation of people are formed?
It's non sequitur, but a nation of people can just be an aggregation of groups.
Next question, thanks. Okay, so the Black Panther Party, right? Can you explain to us what the purpose of the programs that they created for African Americans in the 60s, which is the same time period that you claim was integration, and those programs were supposed to do exactly what for the people? What were the programs that the Black Panther put out? What were they for?
They were not a welfare state. They're not a country.
I asked you if they were welfare state, brother. I asked you what was
because the Black Panthers were not a country.
Brother, I didn't ask you. Okay, so next question. So you don't want to answer that one. I'm going to go on to the next question.
Distribute social needs.
Brother, I'm going to go on to the next question.
Exactly. Non sequitur like the whole round. Go.
So I'm going to answer it for you. They served as programs
non sequitur.
Like food, Medicare, medical clinics, and legal aid. Freeman's, the Freeman's Bureau did the same exact shit. So next question. Can you explain to us
what workers' compensation too, right?
Brother, next question. Can you explain to us what a state is?
Easy. I just give you the damn collegiate definition.
Brother, can you tell us what a state is?
What a state is. A state in government body. Let's put it in. A state is a political organized body of people.
You're not going to have a conversation.
I am. I always do that. The state is a form of human association distinguished from other social groups by purpose, establishment of order and security. Its method, laws, and their enforcement. Its territory, the area of music.
Come on, man. It's his time. Can you believe this?
You Googling and the question and answer round, that's funny to me.
I like to be accurate.
Explain to us what a state is.
Cool.
Explain to us what a state is.
I just told you what a state was. A state is a form of a human association distinguished from the other social groups by its purpose, the establishment of order and security, its methods, the laws, and their enforcement, its territory, the area of jurisdiction or geographic boundaries, and finally by its sovereignty.
Thank you. So again, he don't know what a state is. He reading from fucking Google.
Yeah, of course.
Brother, I'm talking. I better formulate my next question. Please be quiet.
I gave you a collegiate definition for a reason.
Show some decorum, brother. Please be quiet. A state is a political entity, a government.
That's what I just read.
Brother, shut your mouth.
I literally just read that.
Somebody mute him.
I literally just read. No, you get the same shit. You get the same shit back. I literally just read.
Joshua, it's his time. It's his time, Joshua.
So it was my time. He was
so
talking.
Brother,
it's his time. Yeah, it's his time.
Shit, I just read.
Go ask the next question, brother. Ask the next question, Joshua.
He's wasting time. Yeah. So again, a state it can be a government or a political. Shut the fuck up. A government or a political
that you said in your round.
Brother, calm down.
That's a stupid question.
Y'all add an additional
Joshua, I'm stopping the time, Joshua. I'm stopping the time, bro.
Show some decorum, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all got it.
It's around. Let them get it out.
So again, y'all, a state is a political entity, a government, or a state.
Exactly, that's what I just read, y'all.
Brother, stop talking.
I just read
Have some decorum. Can I please get 2 extra minutes for every time he
I just read that definition, and then you tried to read the definition.
Be quiet. I'm trying to ask my question.
Okay. Hey, let him get it out, Joshua. Let him get it out. It's this round.
I already told him, no thanks. You already fucked that up. So
your time stopped. Your time stopped though. Cause we let him get it out so we can be involved.
I just read the definition.
So again, the state is a political entity. Brother, shut your mouth. Loose here, Satan. So again, a political entity, a government, or a condition, or a state of being. Our state of being, we were in a welfare state being. That's what the fuck we were. So when you talk about state, we know definitely
I'm sorry, that was funny.
Again,
that's hilarious.
Brother, calm down. So
no, that was hilarious. He was in a state of being.
I'm trying to ask my question.
Come on, man, bro. If you got to keep talking to Tom, we ain't gonna never be done, man.
That was hilarious.
I know you're trying to
come on, bro. Let the brother get through, man. Come on.
No, but let him get it out because his timing has not started back, Joshua. We lose it all until you let him get it out.
Right. Calm down, brother. Okay, so again, you claim that integration started in 1960s when in actuality integration started when they first integrated African Americans into their society, which was the Civil War. Prior to that, we were not counted. We were counted as slave chattel property. Everybody knows that. Can you explain to us? The condition, or better yet, can you explain to us how maroon communities, organized, free, black, resistant communities, is not looked upon as a nation? Explain that to us.
That's non sequitur, man.
Brother, just answer the question.
It's not. I'm answering. It's non sequitur. It has nothing to do with the topic.
Thanks. So next question.
Non sequitur means it's off topic.
Next question. You answered it. Non sequitur. I got you. So again, the Peasley versus Ferguson case established a separate but equal doctrine. Do you agree?
Exactly.
Okay. In that particular time on forward, were African Americans separate but equal?
No, that was the issue.
Okay, so that means that integration was fucked up and it wasn't working. So you agree that integration fucked us up. Okay, so now again, when you talk about the brothers, segregation. The next question: do you live in an inner city?
Sure.
Okay, in this inner city that you live in, does African Americans control the policies and the government in that city?
Yes.
No, they don't. They
yes,
do not.
They do. We got a black sheriff.
No, nothing. You're a damn lie. You're a lie. So
I'm a liar. We got plenty. I live in Texas. We got plenty of black people in politics.
Integration about certain things.
We got plenty of black people.
Brother, I'm talking. I'm going to my next question. Can you please show some decorum? Integration also brought certain aspects into our society, like the CIA and COINTELPRO. Can you explain to us how COINTELPRO helped the Black African American nation to be a better people? Explain that to us.
Has nothing to do with integration.
Brother, I'm asking you a question. Can you explain to us how COINTELPRO, how the integration of the CIA and how that impacted African Americans? Can you tell us how that helped us.
That has nothing to do with the topic.
Brother, yes, it does.
It has nothing to do with integration. It has nothing to do with welfare state.
I'm going to go on to the
CIA
next question.
A state
I'm
agency,
going to go on to the next
federal
question,
agency.
brother. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X were all shot down, political prisoners of war. They were all shot down. Can you explain to us how the murder of our nationalistic leaders
false
the African American community? Can you explain that to us?
That's a false dichotomy. None of that.
Okay, so are you saying it's a false dichotomy because our African American leaders did not get killed? Or are you saying what are you actually saying?
They got killed or not has nothing to do with the title.
So can you explain to us how the murder of our leaders help benefit the African American nation?
It has nothing to do with the title.
Brother, that's all part of integration, brother.
No, it's not.
Okay, next question.
No, it's not.
When integration popped off.
Malcolm X died before integration.
Brother, shut the fuck up. I'm asking questions. Be quiet. When integration
I'm answering your question.
Brother, be quiet. When integration popped off, right, a lot of blacks were used as labor force from the unions, and that caused animosity between African Americans that never existed and white people who never that never existed, because we already had our own shit. We had our own towns, our own factories.
Are you preaching?
Hello, I'm not done. We had our own towns, our own factories, our own everything. So we never needed a reason to work in their jobs because we already had our own. Can you explain to us how using black people as a labor force to undermine fucking workers, can you explain to us how that helped the African Americans be a better nation when the result was a galvanized white republic attacking us? Can you explain that to us?
Can you give me the short version of that? Because you just preached.
Okay, I'll show you. I'll give you a short version. Niggas was used as workforce. That made white people mad. Can you explain to us how niggas being used as an alternative white force, how that actually helped the African American community when the result was us being burnt, killed, pillaged, and plundered by the same people jobs that we were taking? Explain that.
It has nothing to do with the debate.
But again, that was a cause of that was another thing that happened within integration.
The title of the debate is did integration turn the black American nation into a welfare state?
I understand. So when they created the KKK, let's talk about the KKK now, right? When they created the KKK, can you explain to us what was the whole purpose? What was the purpose of the creation of the KKK?
The purpose of the KKK was the people in the Dixiecrats of the Southern states trying to limit the rights of African Americans.
Okay, so
non sequitur.
Thank you, brother. So if the KKK was, their whole purpose was designed to stop the progression of African Americans, and you know, and I know that the KKK is in every level of government, every level of fucking society. Can you please explain to us how a government dominated by the KKK members is beneficial to the black African American nation?
You just created a false dichotomy.
Brother, can you just answer the question?
No, that's false. What you said was false.
So
every bit of it was false.
Next question.
Okay, operating government during the time of KKK
seeing how African Americans went from 14% landowners to 1% landowners, can you explain to us how not having land and resources makes us a better nation as African Americans?
The topic isn't what makes us a better nation.
All you gotta do is answer the question. I didn't ask you about
Ecuador.
Just answer the question. So that's your answer, not secular. That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got.
That's it. That's tired. So that's tired. So yeah, man. Woo! The integration. Hey, that question that was a chin round right there was rough, boy. That was rough, man. Don't tell me what happened on the chin round, man.
Are you not?
No telling. And I'm pretty sure this brother, man. These brothers, they don't like each other. So y'all know that. I can tell you, they don't like each other. But you know, let us go to get to the end. And I know. People asking the wrong question that Somebody asked me, why did I time out the Mandinky Molly guy? You know what I'm saying? Because he disrespected me in the chat. That's why. Fuck you. Hey, but anyway, man.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the question to answer. So go back and run the tail it. But this is the last. Hey, this is the closing. And brother Joshua, you will end with your closing first, and then.
All right.
Yeah, brother, do you next? 3 minutes.
All right. So. Let me just real quick. Don't start my time yet because I got some shit. All right, so this is my closing final nail in the coffin. As we have observed, none of the core service programs typically associated with American welfare state, including SNAP benefits, LIHEAP, low-income home energy assistance program, HUD housing assistance, WIC, women, infants, and children, workers' compensation, unemployment insurance, and disability benefits have any direct correlation to the integration of Black Americans in 1964. These programs were not created as a result of integration, nor were they uniquely or disproportionately designed for Black Americans. In fact, many of these policies predate the Civil Rights Act and arose in response to the broader economic needs affecting the entire population. Like I've been saying throughout the entirety of the debate, a welfare state is a system of government that provides these social programs to tackle the needs of the people and citizens of that government. You cannot turn into that. That's just silly. Just because you're a recipient of food stamps does not make you food stamps. Just because you're a recipient of these things does not make you a welfare state. That's just silly. That's why he said something silly in the Q&A. We was in a welfare state of mind, just making stuff up. Just silly. Moreover, Black Americans or any racial or ethnic group cannot become these programs. You cannot turn into SNAP or become unemployment insurance. These are state-administered programs, not racial or cultural identities. To suggest that a people became a welfare state is not only a misuse of language, it's a category error of the highest order. It attempts to turn a system of policy into a condition of people, confusing the function of governance with the nature of identity. He was doing it all night, man. It's just sad. So yeah, just to highlight some few things in closing. Again, the anachronism of the argument is all. Plessy versus Ferguson was in 1896. Social Security Act was passed in 1935, and the Civil Rights Act is passed and integrates the country in 1964. That's how to properly put this in its time frame. He was all over the place. He was talking about the Maroons and slave uprisings and all these things that are non sequitur to the argument. He never showed you guys how integration turned the Black American nation into a welfare state, which is a system of government that provides these social programs like food stamps, et cetera, workman compensation, social SSI benefits once you retire. None of that. He did not show that. And if there was a Black American nation, in air quotes, that was a government and a country that even had that, would mean they're doing very good for themselves to have a program where the surplus takes care of the lower and needy people of its citizens. My opponent failed to do this throughout the entirety of the debate. The Q&A was just hilarious because nothing was addressed in his rounds. I was questioning him about the stuff he was saying in his rounds. And all of it was idiocy and lunacy at the end of the day, because a people cannot transform into a citizen.
Time. Yeah. That was, for the audience, that was Josh Cruz closing. Now we should go to front of the real Burns, AK. Hey! A new cataract for his 3-minute close, and go ahead, my brother.
So yeah, in closing, I want to just point out those welfare systems and programs that you're talking about. The U.S. government got that from us. They hijacked that shit from us and then made us dependent for it. So I'm gonna make this short. All these years, all I've known is darkness. But I've never seen a brighter light than when my eyes just opened in this debate. And I know that light burns in all of you. And those embers must turn to flame. Iron into sword. Truth must become your weapon. Formed from the fierce fire that I know is in your heart. I'd rather die another day than live another day of this death. Who will ride with me? Who will be my brother? Who will raise the red, black, and green flag in honor of our national and ancestral heritage? We are no longer accepting the integrationalist mirage of inclusion. We are rejecting every aspect of the disgusting debauchery that we've been living in for the past 400 or 500 years. And every turn that we have made to come out on the other side of brilliant people, our mortal enemies have done every single thing possible to stop that. When you listening to integrationalists like Joshua, who glorifies Eurocentricity over his own ancestral blood, his own DNA. This is Stockholm Syndrome at its best. Do not be like this boot-licking, butt-licking integrationalist. Stand up for your ancestors. Rally against the dying of the light. Never give up your truth. Teach your families. Teach your communities. We are Americans. We're not Americans, we're Americans. And we have revolted against this system since day one. And I can't let that shit slide. Every black nationalist organization that we have to this day is an extension of the Americans and the fighting rebel spirit that is inside of them is inside of us to this very day. Moorish Science Temple, the UNIA, the Nation of Islam, the Fahami Temple, the Nuwabians, the Black Guerrillas, the Black Panthers. We are all rebels. We are all
time. Yeah. So we have, man, one in the making right here, man. I'm kind of tired. I want to do aftermath show, but what are y'all other cats, man? Maybe you know about it. Want to do? I'm tired, boy. This was rough right here, boy. It was hard on me, man. It was hard on me. So yeah,
this
man.
one up in the books, though, man. So both of y'all did y'all thing, man. I really appreciate it. Of course, what y'all did inside the exchange check round is actually stirring up some controversy inside the chat, man. So hopefully when y'all play it back to y'allself, y'all to see what everybody was talking about. I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Of course, both of y'all kept that fire. Just like Ratchet Craig said, y'all can see the dislike that y'all have for each other even coming through the screens, man. But it made for a good debate tonight, man. And I just want to pat both of y'all brothers on the back for y'all to keep it as respectful as y'all could. But, y'all did bring that fire tonight. But go ahead, Ratchet.
Man, shit. One outro for one more outro, man. Y'all got so much, man. Y'all want to sit out our platforms and
channels and stuff.
And all that before y'all leave, man. You go ahead, Larel Burns. Tell us what we can meet you at and where. You know what I'm saying? People get to know you more.
Oh man, y'all can catch us at Naga 9 Nexus, Naga 9 Studios. You can catch us at Naga Nexus on Facebook. You can catch us on Clubhouse. Our name of our Clubhouse is Stronghold. You know what I'm saying? You can catch any one of us, King Naga, Ruger the Lion. All of us is on Instagram. Look us up. We always talking about these issues. This is actually outside of my normal because I usually talk about God is light, light is electromagnetism. But anytime I got a chance to rep the ancestors and defend the ancestors, I'm gonna do that, nigga. It's RBG to the motherfucking death of me, nigga.
Let's go. We definitely respect that.
I got a question for you right quick before we go to Lucifer. You the rest of the Dogger brothers, man, y'all ready for Owashi, man?
Man, that's light work, man. Them niggas need to go read their book.
Light work, yeah. What's up?
That's light work. Good, bro, because they books say God is light all through that bitch. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that one, man. I can't wait to see you, man.
It's going to be similar to this debate. People just denying the shit that they hearing. You know what I'm saying? And through like this whole debate, like the nigga used denial as his main motherfucking weapon, which is crazy as shit. I mean, not one time to do try to prove that we wasn't a nation.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that shit's funny to me.
Hey, that wasn't the topic. That's so damn dumb. But it's Lucifer.
African American nation was both.
We ain't gonna have a second debate.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna pay y'all for a second debate. We ain't gonna pay y'all for a second debate.
Luke, let them know they can find you at my brother. You know, let me know about your channel.
Hey, appreciate Larel coming through. They get smacked on. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. I want to say a special shout out to Lucifer because if it wasn't for Lucifer,
shout out to Larel.
Come on, man. We gotta let him go, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We already sacrificed the niggas to the motherfucking.
So what can we find you with, brother? And tell us about what you got going on. The people so we can check you out.
You can find me in the Bible, nigga. Big Lucifer game, man. I'm talking about Lucifer, the son of the morning, nigga. That's where you can find me. The death of me, nigga. I've been representing Yahweh shit, killing, dominating, and subjugating all lesser groups, nigga. I'm a great eightfold reason. The great adversary of Afrocentrics and Black Hebrew Israelites. We stay smoking on you niggas. Oh, bro, I'm out this bitch. OKC up, nigga. I'm happy. I'm finna go watch the finals. I'm out.
You got your
All right. Yeah, again, man.
Nobody got to close it out, though, man. Do your thing. Do your thing.
All right. Lucifer, we appreciate you for coming through, man. Larel, you know, we appreciate you for coming through, man. Craig, you already know what it is. I'm nobody. Always trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. This is Paradigm Shift TV 314. We'll catch y'all in the next episode. That's peace.
Oh man, hey, shout out to Lucifer, man. If it wasn't for you, nigga, I would never uncovered the.
Look, hating on me don't stop. Only help a real cause. Hood legend on some pocket. Manifested till I'm living lost. High ballin' cause the sky falling. I'ma catch a little piece though. I ain't worried about your little. No, she easy as a free throw. She wanna hold me like ransom. Just cause I'm young and I'm handsome. Tell all these to have a seat. I know that they cannot stand them. Burn it and roll me another one. I do whatever I feel like. I remember when we dreamed about it. Woke up this morning, it's real life. Trade the whip, trade the currency. Moving like it's an emergency. We gotta check out, it's close to 11, so baby, ride it with some urgency. I'm just here for the fun part, cause I'm good on the money part. I be leaving in the cold season, coming back for the sunny part. With us and get your money up. With us and get your wig split. Ever since I was a little boy, I've been plotting on the big. Bigger pockets, bigger resume. When you keep it, really resonate. If he really want it, never hesitate. If he mad at me, he better meditate. You ain't gotta like it. You just gotta live with it. Never gave us nothing. Look at what we did with it. In a foreign city. Moving like I live in it. Never call them back. Bet you that they still with it. You ain't gotta like it. Nah, you just gotta live with it. Never gave us nothing. Look at what we did with it. city. Yeah, I'm moving like I live in it. Never call them back. Nah, I bet you that they still with it. Never had a thing running to my hamstring, cramping up. Moving like a can, smoothie with the plantain damper up.